I'm Ryan Early, Columbus Technical College, Public Speaking, 12951. If you're like, in attendance here, I have my mother, Terry Early, Kathy Haywood, and Trey Bullock. And if you're like any of us or any homeowner, at some point you find yourself having to remodel or do some repairs on your home. Our home here, we recently put a backboard in here. We had to remove some of the trim from this window. So I'm needing to add some trim back to this window, and that process is probably a lot easier than you think. The method of trim that we're going to be using here is called picture framing, and you only need very few tools and minimal skills to do it. You'll need a miter saw, which is a saw that's capable of cutting 45-degree angles. You'll need some 2-inch casing nails, so like this. Very small head on there, so you won't be able to see it when you paint it over. You need a tape measure, a nail set, a pen or a pencil, and a hammer. And to start with, once I tore the trim off, I've already replaced these two here, but I'll tell you how I got them. I just start with a basic measurement, a rough measurement, and then I'll miter one end on a 45-degree angle. This trim has a thin side and a thick side. The thick side you always want facing up and out. So I've mitered this in on 45, place it up here, and I made a mark here right in the square of the window here, and I mitered the opposite 45 on that, and that's how that piece is. Same process with the side piece. You get a rough measurement, miter a 45-degree that matches this 45-degree, and take your piece and match it here, flush with the inside of the window, right in the corner, and mark here in this bottom corner here where the bottom meets the side, and cut another 45-degree angle. You'll end up with a piece that looks like this one here. You repeat that, just as you did in the top and the side for the bottom piece. Measure a rough end, miter one end on the 45 that matches there, square this in, make sure it's flush with the bottom of the window sill, and make a mark right here in the corner of the window. What you'll end up with is a piece like this, 45 on both ends. Place it to the bottom of the window sill, make sure that your joint meets tight here, and it's flush all the way across, that the shortest part of your angle meets the inside corner of this window, and this piece does, so you can go ahead and tack it in place. And for the final piece, we'll do what we've been doing all the way around the window. Get a piece that's roughly the length of this here. Miter a 45 to match this joint here. And mark the inside corner of this window here. And cut a 45 to match this angle. You'll end up with a piece that looks very similar to your bottom piece. Just slightly longer. Place it flush with the inside of the window. Make sure your angles fit tightly, and then they match with the inside corner of this window. And you can go ahead and tack that one in place. Once you have all your pieces tacked in place, you can go ahead and fasten them tightly. I've tacked right here on the inside of the trim here. You just come back and you fasten it tightly, move a little further to the outside. Drive those up. Generally you want to nail 2 nails every 16 inches or so. And continue that all the way around. And that's pretty much a picture framed window. With very little tools and very little carpentry skills, you can achieve this. I've only been doing carpentry for 5 years, and it's a very simple repair that somebody could learn in one day. Is there any questions from the audience?
Yeah, I have a question. When your joints don't match exactly right, what could you do to fix that?
You could either readjust the angle. They have a tool that you could place here that matches the angle, and you could recut it, or very simply take a tube of caulk it, and once you paint it, you'll never be able to tell the difference. Is that it from the audience?
Okay, on your nails, you had mentioned a nail set.
Oh yes. On your fancier type of trim, this trim doesn't matter. You could probably drive these nails all the way up and not mark it with your hammer, not scar it at all. On a fancier type of trim, you'll take this nail set, place it to your nails that are sticking out, and drive it in like that so you don't leave any hammer marks or any scarring on your trim.
Okay, then what do you do with the holes that the nail left?
Same thing, just use a little bit of caulk, come by there, caulk over it, and you paint over it, and you'll never see it. Is that it?
That's it.
Alright, thank you.